What is going on, Draw It 2 crew? Welcome to Draw It 2. My name is Ramny and this is another episode of How to Draw. Here in this channel, I help you develop your artistic skills by showing you how to draw your favorite characters from TV, movies, video games, comics, or books. So if this is your first time here and you want to see more videos like this one, be sure to hit that subscribe button and make sure to click that notification bell icon so that you guys are notified anytime I upload a brand new tutorial video. Are you ready to draw? Here are the tools that you'll need. You'll need a pencil, an eraser, any type of white paper, and black ink pens for inking afterwards. We all draw at different speeds, so as you're watching this tutorial, remember that you can pause this video at any time so that you can catch up on your drawings. And if you find that this video is still going way too fast, remember that you can always hit that speed button at the bottom right of this video to slow it down. Also keep in mind, one more thing, results will vary, so if your drawings look a little different than mine, that is completely acceptable as well. So having said all of that, let's get right to the tutorial. For this Ezra Miller Flash tutorial, I've got my paper in landscape mode, but you could just as easily switch it to portrait. It doesn't really matter. We're going to be drawing Ezra Miller as the Flash, or pretty much just the Flash. We're going to have his head over here, and he's only going to be drawn up to mid-chest. So that Flash logo, I'm afraid, is going to be cut off for this tutorial. And I've mentioned before, you guys, that I am in the process of traveling. And as I'm recording this, I'm packing all my things, so bear with me. I won't be able to do a full body tutorial on him. So that's unfortunately how that's going to be. Now let's get started. I'm going to first draw a circle this big, maybe a little bit bigger, there you go, on this side of the page. Okay, so quite near the top is how we're going to do it. And from there, I'm going to draw like a squarish face with the center going this way. So here's the chin. That's where I want the chin to be, and his face is going to be relatively square. If you look at Ezra Miller's face, he's got a pretty like broad jaw there, and it does kind of make his face look a little bit squarish, not as a insult to the actor or anything, but that's just you know, you got to pay attention to how people's faces are shaped sometimes. Okay, so that's the shape that we want. So it's not elongated, it's rather wide. Okay, from there, we're going to start over here, and then we're going to draw the neck as a diagonal line like this. And then over here, from this corner, goes down like this as well. Okay, so it does slant this way. It doesn't go straight up and down. Okay, from there, here's the shoulder. And over here, shoulder goes this way. There you go. So you notice that this is higher than this line. Right here, I'm going to close it off right away, so it won't be, there you go. It's not broad because of the way that he's angled. He's got his left side of the body tilted closer towards you and this side further away, so we don't see much of this shoulder. Just a short line and then the curve like that. Okay, let's go back over here, and I'm just going to kind of draw where the chest is going to go. This is the chest right there. So here's the shoulder, actual shoulder. Here's the top of the shoulders, and then here's the chest. Imagine a center line going down the neck. Center line would go down this way. Okay, now let's go over here. About this long is what you want. And then we get to draw. The way that I'm drawing this is going to be kind of squarish, but I do want to draw a circle. Imagine a circle like this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a rounded pentagon shape, maybe a hexagon. Let's make it a hexagon like this. This side is longer, this side is longer, and it's not quite straight either. It's kind of rounded. The sides are rounded like that. Okay, and then a line going this way, a line going this way. That's going to be the arm. There. And we're pretty much, I mean, that's pretty much the basic shape construction lines for our Barry Allen Flash tutorial. Okay, start over here. I'm going to draw a line going this way. So imagine this is kind of where the chest is going to go. So I would draw a little bit below that line that we just did.
That's where the chest is. So this whole thing is going to be the chest. This is the neck and shoulders. And of course, that's the head. Okay. This line right here is going to go up. And imagine it going over the shoulder like this. And this right here goes to that point in the shoulder. There you go. So just segmenting it. And that's it, you guys, for the construction lines, I think. Let's go ahead and get started with the details. And we're going to start off by drawing the face mask. So let's zoom in on the mask. Now you guys noticed earlier that I erased the bottom half of that circle, that initial circle that we did. And that's fine. That's supposed to be the way it is. And then once you've done that, we're going to draw an eye line right here. And I'm going to draw a line right here, kind of just to separate the side of the face with the front of the face. Okay? It's kind of going to go like this as well. All right, so this is the tricky part, I would say. Here is where you want to draw the eyes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the top of the eyes like this first. As two simple curves like that. And then the bottom of the eye, I tend to make this a little bit straighter than the top. So straight line and then that tiny little line right there. Okay, now the nose line is going to be right here. And then the mouth is going to be right around here. Okay, so for the nose, I'm going to draw Ezra Miller's nose. His nostrils are rounded. So we're going to give him some rounded nostrils. One there and one over here. And these look like sideways commas. And like I said, if it looks nothing like Ezra Miller, that's fine, because we're not really drawing Ezra Miller. We're drawing the Flash, whom Ezra Miller plays. Okay, side of the nose, right here and here. If you're finding it too wide, I think mine's a little bit wide, so I'm going to narrow it a little bit. So this is where it gets a little tricky, so I suggest you guys use, or don't make your lines too thick, because this is where, you know, if you mess up too much, then it's going to be hard to erase. I'm making my lines a little thick, and I really shouldn't. I saw the movie last night, actually, and I liked it. It was pretty good. Okay, there you go. Draw the sides. I drew the sides of the nose. Here's the tip of the nose. I'm going to draw kind of just a corner like that, and that's going to show the tip of the nose. There you go. And so you just keep working on this until you get a shape that you like. And I think I'm okay with this one. So a little bit of a dimple right under the nose there. Okay, now the lower lip. Well, this is the upper lip, I mean. Just trying to get an idea of where you want the lines to go. Upper lip first. It's got a bit, just a tiny bit of a smirk, so I'm going to draw a kind of a little hook in the corner of the mouth here. And excuse me, I'm a little bit sick as well. And like I say, I don't usually draw the lower lip, just so it doesn't look too feminine. I will draw the corners going this way and this way, but as for the lip, I'm just going to draw a line like this, and then a line right here for the chin. Okay. I'm going to draw the eyes, looking a little more to the right. Now you want to attach these eyes to the top, or attach the pupils to the top of the eye and not the bottom. So there you go. Circle on the side here, like the top right corner of the eyes. And then the center of the pupil, I'm going to draw a darker circle. There you go. And I realize that looks nothing like Ezra Miller, and that's okay. There. So you got the general face. Excuse me again. Now let's work the flash helmet around that face. And we're going to start by drawing the part above the nose. So imagine the nose going above the head. It goes like this, not above the head. Imagine the helmet going above the nose. That's what I'm trying to say. So it goes like this above the nose. And then you end up kind of at this point and this point. So 2 lines going this way. Oh yeah, the ear is going to be right here, right? So what you should do actually for the ear is create this kind of a letter D right here. There you go. From this point, go into the letter D like this, and this goes above and off to the side of the face. All right, now I'm going to erase that side of the face. As I make the eye sockets, here's an eye socket right here. I'm going to start with this line and this line right here. Now you see more of this. It's thicker than here. Okay, and it goes like this under the eye, a straightish line under the eye. And this corner of the eye now, you want it to go up to that corner. This far above, this far above. There you go. And then tiny little line. And then just connect them like this. There. Now I'm going to draw this with some depth on just this side of the eye socket. So what I did is I created essentially just 2 lines there. And I'll do the same thing on this side. Actually, you might want to do that on the bottom as well. There you go. That looks better. And double up on this line as well, just up to here. Here and here. There. Now here's the side of the face. I created this kind of a cheekbone. And then the top of the face is going to be rounded. There you go. Here's a bit of a brow line. It goes straight over here and goes over the eyes like that and like this. Okay. From this corner, we draw a line going up the forehead. So we do the same thing with this corner here, here, and here. Okay, so I'm going to draw 2 lines each, and this just goes up the forehead. And you want to make sure that it's centered. And this one goes this way, so it kind of gets wider as you go higher up. So you want to make sure that these 2 are kind of in the same spot. If this is the center line, it's not center. This is smaller than this. This side is smaller than this side, but you want to make sure that you've got it pretty centered. And I think that looks good. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to bring this part of the helmet around it. So you see it's sort of segmented, right? Fixing it a bit. Now this middle gap right here on both sides, I'm going to create a smaller layer like that, like this. So you notice that it doesn't align with these 2 lines. It's a lot smaller. Okay, I'm going to draw 2 more lines over here and over here, just going above. That's pretty good, I think. Let's go over here. I'm going to draw a curve that starts at the side of the head, going towards the eye, and then going above the earpiece. Okay. And there you go. That's how you want that. And right now it's actually looking like Captain America's helmet. That's pretty cool, I guess. I'm still not sure about this design, this flash design. It just hasn't grown in on me yet. It's just way too not sleek enough, I guess, but I mean, if you watch the movie, it kind of explains a little bit what it's made of. Okay, so there's that. Now let's draw they're normally the flash ears, the lightning ears. Okay, so one line going along the side of that D shape, and then a diagonal line like this. And you want to draw this thing that kind of looks like a boomerang. So start over here at this point. It gets narrower as you go that way. It gets narrower as you go this way. Now, that's how that goes, and that's how this goes right here. Then I'm going to create a thin outline on the side, so that gives it depth. And then this is the center line that runs along the center of that shape. There you go. Excuse me. I want to make that a little bit narrower. Not too narrow. There you go. I'll fix that later when I ink it, but there, that's that. You don't see that on this side. Now let's draw the jawline, and the jawline is pretty flush to the face. Let's work with the chin first. You don't want to make the chin too low, right? Here's a rounded chin. There you go. There's a little bit of this line right here. And I guess you could draw it here as well. Faint line. And then Ezra Miller's jawline kind of goes down straight, and then it does this sort of curve like that. Okay, now from here, start right there. It gets a little bit narrower, and then you just follow the chin. Kind of goes underneath the chin here, so you see how the chin kind of sticks up. Then you go back over here where the D meets this little corner right here. It goes down to there, and then run this underneath the chin, and it disappears. You run it underneath the jaw, and it disappears behind the chin there. Okay, so that's pretty much our flash head. Maybe a little bit of this, the ear here, but that's it. Nothing else. I'm going to erase the eye lines. Draw some more curves. I'm going to draw the little fold above the eye. There. Oh yeah, right here, there's a little bit of texture over here. I'm going to draw a line this way, just kind of 2/3 of the way, and then going back like this. And that has this kind of texture. It's like a ridges. There. That should be good. And same thing over here, although you don't really see much of it. Here. And that is the Flash's head. Let's work with the neck now. The neck is going to be separated somehow. So start in this corner, find a tip right here. And here as well on the other side. From those 2 points, you want to draw a line going down to the center right here, the top of the clavicle, top of the collarbone. So that's that on that side. Just erasing that center line, we don't really need it. Okay, now on this side, you want to go underneath the letter D. Okay, now I'm going to draw another line from here underneath this point right here, going just running along beneath that first line that we did, and same thing over here. And then above that, right here and here. From here, just goes to this point. So what it creates is this segments of this material. On this side, I'm going to give it some width. So I double up on it so it looks like it's thick. And here you see a little bit of that as well. And then you see some rivets, one there, here, one over here, one over here, and then a rivet right here and here. On the side here, you want to create the ridges you want them to sort of not align with each other. They're different depths. There. Okay, it's got an Adam's apple kind of floating shape right here. And I'm just going to draw a rectangle, but the bottom of that rectangle, excuse me, is somewhat curved like this. And then I just create some depth. And that should be good. Okay, let's go to these points. Rivet, rivet. This goes from here, kind of goes to here. So imagine a line going across this way. You want to go to that line. Here you don't really see it much. Actually, let's make that a little bit wider too. There you go. You want them to sort of match with each other. So you want to create the same thickness. Okay, goes this way and then up the neck like this. Okay, so there you go. You got those shapes. Now we're going to create this shape. Find a point right here. And what you want to do is you want to create this line from here to there. And then from here, going over the shoulder like this. And you want to create a 3D look. So you want to draw a line above that. Not too thick. I made mine too thick. And this goes over the shoulder like this. Okay. From this point, you also want to draw a line going above, over the shoulder that way. Okay, so now we're left with this shape, this shape. From here, you want to draw a line going down. And then you got this shape right here. So you see it's how it's made of different segments. Do the same thing on this side. Of course, you don't really see much of it, just this point. There you go. Now, let's draw the chest emblem, starting off at this. Actually, you know what? Let's draw the circle first. We're only going to see the top half of it. Top 3/4. And it looks like this. So the center line for the chest should run down the center of the circle. So you want to draw that circle centered in the chest area. Okay, so there's that. And now, before we draw the lightning part, let's draw the segments, the chest pieces around that emblem. So I start off with 2 lines like this. Sort of make a sideways eyeball if you continue that. Okay, and then it goes all the way to here and here. And then there's this gap in between. Okay, there. So now, from here, this point, you want to go to near but not touching this little corner that we did, like the armpit. It goes like that, and then it goes diagonal, going the opposite way, and then you don't see the rest of it, but it sort of goes like this. Now, other side, right here, goes like this. Okay, so imagine these two sort of aligning with each other. And then down like that. Okay. So that's the chest piece. It's got rivets, tiny little details here. So rivet, rivet, rivet there. Now over here, I'm going to double up on that line to create that depth. And then the lightning symbol. Okay, the lightning, you start off above here. And what you want to do is you want to create a line to there. Okay, and then back here, a line going down this way. And so you have that initial top part of the bolt, lightning bolt. Okay, now I'm going to draw a line from here, going almost to the side of the circle here, like that. And then you want to draw a line that's parallel to this first line that you did. Okay, and then you want to go back over here. You want to go this way. Now you want these 2 lines to be parallel with each other. It's almost, one is sort of under the other. Okay, and then this, you want to make this parallel with each other again, like that. Now we can fashion a lightning, okay, right here, 2 lines, right here, 2 lines. And then right here, you kind of want to go to there. So what I did was I kind of divided it in half. See how I did that? Okay, continued this one, and then just make it go this way, and then a tiny little sliver of lightning going down like that, going down to here, and then like that, and then down again like this. It's sort of hard to explain. I apologize if that was a little bit confusing. Feel free to pause the video or slow it down at that point. But that's how you create this lightning symbol that has a little bit of depth to it. There. Okay. Now, there's a little segment right here. So from here, we're going to start at this corner. We're going to work our way up to here, and then it goes above the shoulders like this. Okay, and then now here, it goes this way and then above the shoulder like this. Okay, and then I do that twice to give it some depth, and it kind of looks a lot thicker at the top than it does here on the side. And then just make it go over the shoulder like this. Okay, now let's I guess let's tackle this. Let's create 2 rivets there. Let's tackle this shoulder piece. So you guys by now should have this shape. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 corners. I drew a rivet there. Let's start with this corner. We want to make our way up to kind of this point. Actually, what you want to do is you want to draw a little curved line from here to there, and then find a point right here. It has that indentation to it. It's curved, and then another one here to here. There you go. Okay, from here you want to go up to this point right here. And once you have that, I think that's good. There you go. Oh yeah, he's got this. It looks like he cut this from somewhere, something. There you go. So just create this little rectangular shape there, a line going this way. Okay, for the, you don't really see much of it, but here's the segment for the bicep. Rivet here, create some depth, and draw 2 lines over here. Next to it, we do the same thing. Sorry. Down here, like that, just the top part. And then for the bicep, this way, and it goes around the arm to the back, like that. Center, rivet, rivet, rivet. There. Do you guys hear that loud car? There's a car that's revving its engine just outside the window here, so I apologize if it's picking up. If it's not, then that's good, I guess, but it's making me sound weird. All right, so now let's go over here. Let's work on this. Make it go all the way up to the shoulder here. Create some depth, so I drew 2 lines. Now back over here, it goes up like that. So that's this segment and this segment should be the same, right? There. And now finally, shoulder pad. Give it some, bring it up a bit. This way. Curve. There's a corner there. And then down like this. Okay, now draw a line, 2 lines going alongside here, just this way, and then 2 lines going this way. And then from here, you want to draw a line to there. And then from this point, you want to draw a line from here, going around and going down like that. Okay, rivet there, rivet over here, and that's it. So you guys, that's pretty much the flash. Now all we have to do really is to draw those cables that seem like it's what's holding these together. And at the same time, what I also want to do is I want to create some shadow. So this part right here is supposed to be darker. This is dark. It's dark red, and this stuff is bright red. So as you guys can see, this is kind of where that underlying armor appears. A lot of it is under the neck, or under the chin here, on the neck part. So there's that. Now the cables. There's one from the tip of the lightning bolt symbol going to here. And it kind of doesn't matter what you overlap. There you go. Okay. There's an X that sort of goes underneath the lightning symbol. So imagine this going this way, starting here, going underneath, going across like this. So you don't really see it. The lightning is on top of it, but you see it on the circle, and you see it on the chest. Okay. Now from this point of the chest to this rivet right here. 1, 2 lines. And I guess you do the same thing on this side because everything's sort of symmetrical. Almost symmetrical. It does look homemade. There. From this point of the shoulder, there's one that goes this way. And then from here to here, twice. And one more. And I create a curve to give it a 3D shape. This one not so curvy, but this one's got a curve. Like that. Now from this corner to here. And from what I can tell, that's it. So you guys, that is how you draw the Flash as portrayed by Ezra Miller from the Justice League movie. I hope you guys enjoyed this rather detailed tutorial. I didn't expect it to be this long, but I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial.
And that is all the time that we have for this tutorial video. Thank you for watching all the way to the very end. If you are proud of your drawings, I would love to see them. So there's 3 different ways that you can send your drawings my way. Number 1, you can post it in the Google Plus community for me to see and for everybody else in the community to see. You can also post it on Instagram and tag me, or you can email it to me at draw2@gmail.com. I look forward to seeing all of your artwork. Now, if you are curious about the equipment that I use to make my videos or to do my tutorials, I have a kit.com link down in the description below. Make sure to check it out and find out what I use to run this YouTube channel. Now what you see right here is me inking this artwork. If you want to see a longer version of this inking process, make sure to head on over to patreon.com/drawit2 to become one of my patrons. This is one of the perks that you get. And if you guys do want to support this channel even more, make sure to head on over to patreon.com. There's different rewards that you will receive if you do decide to support me through Patreon. If you're curious about other ways to support this channel and to keep it sustainable, I have merchandise that you can purchase, such as t-shirts, mugs, and mouse pads. And you can also buy some of my art prints in my art store, my online art store at draw2.storeenvy.com. Be sure to check out my art store often because I regularly post brand new stuff that is available for you guys to purchase. If you guys did enjoy this tutorial, it would help me a great deal if you guys liked this video, commented below, or shared this with your friends in your social media. And speaking of social media, don't forget you guys can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Google+, and on my website, draw2.com, where you can download a whole bunch of coloring pages from the tutorials that are found in this channel. Finally, before I go, I want to say thank you to these lovely people who have decided to become my patrons. And yes, thank you so much to all of you. And thank you for watching. And as always, stay tuned for more so you can learn to draw too. I'll see you guys in my next video.